Hey guys, welcome to our weekly show. Today the topic is going to be all-rounders, obviously after Ben Stokes' performance. So guys, just stay tuned and give us a like right at the beginning of the video and let's get into this discussion.
Well, I'm going to say he's going to go down as one of the greatest all-rounders once he finishes his career. Yeah, big statement.
Massive.
I'm happy to back it up. From that 258 he scored against South Africa in the New Year's Test, 2016. He has been phenomenal in his career. Yes, he's had his ups and downs.
Yeah.
But what he did on Sunday was nothing short of extraordinary. For the reason why I say he's going to go down as one of the greatest all-rounders of all time is everything that he's done in a context. He's pulled England out of big defeats. In the past 2 months, World Cups, he was there. Made a huge part in the World Cup final. He scored innings that was very Lance Klusener-esque, and then he transferred that into the Test arena, which for me, Ashes, it doesn't get bigger than anything else. And the fact that he took control of that last wicket stand, with one run being scored by Leach, he basically thought, right, that's it. I'm going to take the bull by the horns. I'm going to smash it. We're staring down Australia retaining the Ashes, and he goes and wins it. Very much like Ian Botham in 1981. And yeah, he's amazing. Even the bowling spell that he had the day before was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all-rounder. Said and done.
What was very spectacular about that innings for me was that when the ninth wicket fell, right, they needed like 74 runs. He scored like 74 runs in, I think, 40 odd balls. I mean, to get there. He still had a long way to go. And he held it in, he farmed the strike to do that. I mean, like you said, the guy faced 17 balls on the other side only.
Yeah.
And I mean, for him to do that and take England over the line was phenomenal. But also, what I think, where I do agree with your statement as an all-rounder as a whole, is a cross format. The fact that this guy can do it in T20s, ODIs, and in Test cricket.
Yeah.
And to play those type of innings in all those formats is something that I don't think everybody's ever done before.
Yeah.
So where you can throw him into the bracket of being one of the greatest of all time, I think that he's on that path.
He's a street fighter. I mean, just look at the catch that he took against South Africa in the opening game of the World Cup. Yeah, exactly. But he took a catch he's unbelievable in the field. He's fantastic with the ball, and he bats like a champ. I mean, to get a total of 350 plus in a Test match is not easy, and he took full control of that. You could see with Leach, every end of the over, he was taking off his glasses and cleaning it. He was slowing it down because Stokes wasn't taking control of the in-between overs chat. Yeah. He was just focused on one thing, and he did it. And he, even though there was, LBW, he didn't really look like he was good, like Australia could get him out. And that just is a hallmark of how brilliant he is. And his stocks in world cricket have risen dramatically in the IPL arena. He can do it in all formats, and he's unbelievable. I mean, we still haven't seen the end of his career, so there's still a few more years to come. But yeah, street fighter approach, and he's amazing.
So where I want to pose a question to you guys is that Ben Stokes, do you guys rate him as one of the greatest all-rounders of all time, or does he have the potential to become that? First of all, do you agree with the sentiments that we have spoken about? Whose side are you on there? I still think Jack Cullis was unbelievable. For me, he's still the greatest. I wish I could have seen him maybe a little bit more in T20s. I don't know, maybe he didn't suit that style. But I mean, what he's done in the Test arena and what he's done in the ODI arena, unbelievable. But that's another discussion
Just
for another day.
Just bear in mind, though, that a lot of those runs that he scored were coming in at number 3. It was a comfortable position. How many times did he actually win games for South Africa? Yes, he won quite a few. But there were times when Stokes came in for England with battle ball where they were staring down a huge defeat, and he would just come up there, Street Fighter style, bash the team around.
So I want to pull this into another debate with you guys, because where this is all going is, we recently did a top 5 of the up and coming SEMA all-rounders in the country. So we're trying to look, we kind of have, well, I wrote in a column that I kind of want the next Ben Stokes to stand up, like the Slim Shady song, and like kind of this, put their hand up and say, look here, I want to be that for South Africa, because there's a gap in the South African team across all formats that is missing that. People can say, yes, we have Andile Pechlikwaya. for me, he's more of a bowling all-rounder. The thing about Ben Stokes that makes him phenomenal to me is that he's an all-rounder. He's not classified as a batting or bowling all-rounder. There's a new genre that has come in over here, or new description that has come in, where we have bowling all-rounders and batting all-rounders. You're either a bowler first and a batsman second, or a batsman first or a bowler second. Whereas Ben Stokes can do both. You can pick him as a bowler and you can pick him as a batsman in your team alone. That's what makes him phenomenal. So for me, I'm looking for that all-rounder that can do both jobs. I'm looking through them. We did a top 5. We mentioned Vian Mulder as one of them from the Lions. He's had his Proteas debut already. We've got guys like Delano Potgieter. We've got guys like Marco Jansen. We've got guys like Jason Smith, Dayan Khalim. There's Subs Makanya. So there's a lot of all-rounders coming through the system. But I'm struggling to find the one that can actually do what Ben Stokes has done for England.
I think also, I've kind of gone for Vian Mulder. I think with this season coming up with Lions, he can establish himself, because he's been out of the ODI mix now for the Proteas.
Yeah.
And I think he just needs to establish himself in the white ball arena and transcend that into the red ball arena going forward. I mean, he still needs to work on his game. Yeah. He's got Mzansi Super League to work, a perfect fertile ground, to get all those systems into place. Yeah. And I think Lions are in the white ball arena. They're one of the favourites to take one of the domestic titles, and I think he'll be one of the kingpins in that if they are successful.
Yeah. So there's other guys like Jason Smith, for example. I can only speak because, yes, we are in Cape Town, and it's easier for us to see the different type of players that are local here. I've been at a few Kaya Majola weeks and seen some of the up and coming talent over there. We are tending to produce a lot of spinning all-rounders and not a lot of seam all-rounders. I haven't seen a lot of them around that have that fight, that have that fierceness in them. Because I urge the CSA selectors to go look for mentality over talent. Yeah. To look for that player that has that fire in his eyes, that fight in them, that have come into difficult situations and turned it around for their teams. That's what I think they need to look for, that X factor. And that X factor is a mentality, a strong mentality, because that's exactly what Ben Stokes has. But if I'm looking at it right now, there's a lot of all-rounders that haven't really lived up to their potential. We got guys that are in their mid-20s that are getting closer and closer to 25, 26, and they need to step up now. We can't have guys that are only stepping up when they're 28, 29. It's too late by then. I think they need to be able to be doing this from young age already. Maybe we're expecting too much from our youngsters.
Yeah, look, it always comes in cycles. We had quite a few good all-rounders to choose from, obviously over 10 years ago, but I mean, even going back longer, you had a Sean Pollock, Lance Klusener, Brian McMillan, sometimes all in the same team, and even a Jonty Rhodes was seen as an all-rounder. Yes, he didn't bowl, but what he brought, to the field. And it's kind of a scenario where we're not going to see those guys for a while, but the current crop that we have can actually grow into something special, and we see that hopefully this season. We've spoken before in our past videos, speaking about the test team lineup. We haven't seen a strong all-rounder in that test team line, and that's the big gap that we're missing, that it could change the whole balance in our starting 11.
So guys, that's our thoughts on all-rounders and the pipeline in South Africa as well, and talking about the development of all-rounders in the country. I want to know you guys' thoughts. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Give us a thumbs up, and obviously share our video, please, and we greatly appreciate your support. Thanks, guys.